Hello, welcome. This is something a bit different, something a bit new. Some of you might know Space Marine 2 is coming out. Me and Scotty, well, I'm a big 40k fan. I know I got Scotty into 40k during COVID. And Space Marine 2 coming out, we've not played much of 10th edition of the actual tabletop. Some people don't know there's a tabletop to the game. But we have played quite a bit of tabletop before, and we just wanted to play a scenario that we saw from Mini Wargaming called The Last 100. We'll explain more of that in a minute, but this is essentially just going to be a little series to get ourselves hyped for basically a fucking AAA 40k game coming out, because holy shit, we've been waiting 13 years for it. Is it 13 years? Or no, 10 years. It came out in 2013, I think, the last Space Marine game. It's been over 10 years since the last game. We're getting a sequel. I can't fucking wait for it. So we'll jump into the game rules now. Explain this for everybody watching. I know this isn't usual what you're used to. Don't worry, For Honor content's still coming. Hell Let Loose content's still coming. I just wanted to do this because this channel is for me, and if you guys like what I'm doing, then great. This is an Eldar Maiden world that belongs to my favourite craft world, Beltan, and it has been discovered by the Eldar's arch enemies, the Necrons, specifically a destroyer cult of Necrons, which is the type of Necrons that purely just want to eradicate life from the universe. Now, the main force of the army of this planet is not here. So it's down to the civilian militia to defend the planet and hold out and evacuate the civilians and hopefully last out until they can call for aid and reinforcements arrive. But the way this is going to work is if I lose a model, that model's gone forever. And slowly over time, I'm going to lose models, my force is going to get smaller, and likewise, the more models Scotty destroys, I'm just going to call it Ben, more models Ben destroys, more models he can bring every game. And what's going to happen is, depending on how well I win every game, depending on how well he wins every game, will determine how quickly the reinforcements arrive. Essentially, by the end of this campaign, it'll be a full-scale battle, 1,500 points of Eldar versus Necrons, and any soldiers that I have remaining who have survived the onslaught will join my army. But any soldiers that Ben has, any units that he has, they're slowly going to gain experience and slowly become better. So in the final battle, if I make it to the final battle, I will probably have more points on the board than Ben. But Ben's army is going to have way more like statistics and better upgrades and stuff like that. And that'll decide the fall of the planet, if it falls to the Necrons or if the Eldar manage to save it. So with that in mind, we'll get into the story. Okay, so this is the Eldar Maiden World Defense Force. Over here we've got Farseer Iselia. She's the warlord, the leader, and the Farseers are seen as spiritual leaders for the Eldar. So she's like the spiritual leader of the people in this time of crisis. She is going to be protected by a bodyguard of 4 warlocks. Each of them has a different name. It's basically just warlock A, B, C, and D. But warlock Arthanil, Benamor, Saradun, and Dayaneth. I'm sure I'm going to change how I pronounce those throughout the story. The only thing to note here is Arthanil has a sword and the rest of them have spears. Then we've got 2 squads of rangers. The first one is called the Lost Ones, the second squad is called the Watchers. Narratively, what we're suggesting is that the Farseer and the Warlocks, they can sort of see into the future and see the different sort of the fates and the runes and all that sort of weird shit. And then we were going to have it as the Rangers also acted as like a confirmation of, yeah, danger is coming and it's Necrons. Next, the big unit that I've got are these guys, the Wraith Blades. These are called the Ghosts of Cain. The reason I've called them that is because these constructs, they're called Wraith constructs. In their head, these big helmet things here, is these stones. You'll see on all of the miniatures, on all the Eldar miniatures, they've got like a stone on them. Somewhere they will have some sort of gemstone. The reason for that is because when they die, their soul goes into that stone. It sort of saves them from being devoured by demons and shit. And what happens is they put the soul of the Eldar that's died, they take that and they put it in one of these so it can carry on fighting. It's seen as very taboo. It's like sort of frowned upon in Eldar society. But in times of desperate measures, desperate needs, all that kind of stuff, they decide to revive the dead and make them fight for them. And he's actually quite strong. It's probably the strongest unit I've got, so hoping to at least get something out of these guys. Hopefully they last quite a while. Then the majority of the force, specifically 80 out of the 100 soldiers that I have on the board, are these guys. They're called Guardians. Now, Guardians in the lore, in Eldar lore, are basically citizen militia. So what I've got is 6 squads of these ranged citizen, these called Guardian Defenders. Each one has its own name. So Defenders of Beltan, Shields of Asuryani, the Beltan's Walls, the Old Guard, the Young Guard, and the Lancers of Kernos. They are Guardian Defenders. I have 2 Shuriken Cannons, 2 Star Cannons, and 2 what are they called? Scatter Lasers. And then finally the last 20 Guardians are called Storm Guardians. These are like the melee variant. The first squad's called the Blade Driven Deep, and the second squad is called the Storm of Blades. Each of these squads has a serpent scale platform which provides some range cover, some invuln saves. I have 1 member with a power sword, 2 members with flamers, and 2 members with fusion guns. So that in all is my force. I am using the only detachment that the Eldar currently have. I've given my Farseer, Reader of the Runes enhancement, and I've given the 1 Warlock without a spear the Weeping Stones enhancement. So that's my force, and slowly over time this is going to disappear.
Specific threshold based on how much of the 100 have died. I believe we start on 180, and I effectively roll a d20 for each unit. I have 20 units here, 2 squads of 3 Scorpack Destroyers, 1 squad of 6 Scorpack Destroyers, 2 squads of 3 Fidians, 1 squad of 6 Fidians, 2 squads of 3 Locusts, 1 squad of 6 Locusts, Hexmark Destroyer, Scorpack Lord, Locust Lord, 2 squads of 10 Flayed Ones, 2 squads of 5 Flayed Ones, 2 squads of 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers, 3 with the Ghost Destructor, and 3 with the Emetic External, and 1 individual Heavy Locust Destroyer, 1 of each weapon type. Each of these have been assigned a number in my army list, and each game I will be rolling a d20 to decide what I'm going to run. I will keep doing this until I hit my threshold of the number of points for that game. Once I can go over this number, but once I do go over that number, that's it. Those are the units I'm using for that game. So for example, I'll roll d20. Let's say I pick this Scorpack Destroyer unit. That is 180 points, 180 points. So that will be my army. That will be it, because I've hit that threshold. But if I, for example, rolled the Flayed Ones first, I'd be able to go over 180 if these were my second choice, because these would be the unit that put me over 180.
Yeah, so it's basically the 180 threshold is just the threshold, and once he goes over that, that's when he stops rolling. And you can go right up to it, so you can go up to like 184. Like, I don't think you can't. I think the highest you can go is 180. I think your actual threshold for this game is 185, isn't it? So you go to 180, and then any more than that, we stop rolling. So the way this first mission is going to work is I'm going to deploy my soldiers in these red corners here and here, and also in this centre bit here in this blue circle. And anything within this blue circle in range of this pyramid gets bonuses to their leadership, so any sort of morale checks or anything like that, they'll get bonuses to that. And that my objective is to get as many units off the board as possible, and to do that I have to be within the boundaries of these table corners here, these parks. And we're going to say that that's my army fleeing off into the woods, into the forest, out of the city. Now, originally we were going to have Ben's army deploy in the middle, but we thought it'd be cooler if we know the destroyer cult is in range and it's coming to the planet and the fleet is in orbit. We thought it'd be cooler if his units just materialised on the board. So at the start of the game I'm going to deploy, and then we'll either decide whether you're going to materialise before I move, or if I get to move and then you materialise.
I guess it's just who goes first.
Yeah, it'll be based on who goes first, yeah. So that's the scenario. My men can only leave the board once they get to these areas at the end of my turn. If the whole unit is within the park area, it has to be the end of my turn, and they can't be in combat with anything, so no close combat, they have to be out of engagement. And we will say 4 of my units escaping is a minor victory, 6 of my units escaping is a major victory. And from that we will tally up how close I am to get reinforcements, etc, etc. Ben's threshold is 185, so do you want to roll that D1, that D20?
To work in this.
It does. 18.
18. That's 3 heavy locust destroyers with Gorse.
And how much are they?
150.
Okay, so you can roll again.
And that is one with the exterminate.
Right. So the first game, Ben's going to get these. These have to stay together, they are one unit, and this is on its own on a unit. So he just gets these 2 units. And you might be thinking that's not very fair with this many units I have and this many units he has. Remember, his goal isn't to win this battle outright, it's just to kill something. And the more he kills, every single one of these Guardians is worth 10 points. So the more he kills, next game he will be able to bring on more of that threshold. And obviously I have less to fight back with. So we're gonna deploy now, and then we're gonna roll off to see who's gonna go first. Okay, so as we said before, Ben's forces are gonna go into reserve, so this means they don't start on the board. You can place them anywhere on the board as long as it's not within 9 inches of my infantry. Now I've got to fit my entire army into these little sections, so how to split this? We'll cut back. I'll get all these down, and then I'll show you where I've put them. Okay, so deployment's done. As you can see, this is the top down of what is being set up. So in the bottom left, I've got my Farseer and I've got the Warlocks. She's attached to the Warlocks as a leader unit, so it's a conclave with her leading it. I thought I'd put the Ghosts of Cain, the Wraith Blades, right next to her, because I thought that makes sense, that they're probably my hardest hitting and toughest unit, so it makes sense to have them next to the Farseer. With the Farseer, I've also got 2 squads of Guardians. I've got the Lancers of Kernos and I've got the Defenders of Beltan. In the centre, I've put both Storm Guardian squads, and I've also given them some support with the Old Guard. And then the top right corner, I've got 3 of my Guardian Defender squads, each one with a different support platform or weapon platform. So we've got the Shields of the Assyriani, we've got the Young Guard, and we've got the walls, or Beltan's walls. And then what you can see in the parks is those little icons are for the Ranger squads. So I've got both the Watchers and the Lost Ones in the parks, and the reason I put them there is because they have infiltrate, so they're allowed to be set up outside of deployment zones. And seeing as the objective of this mission is to get to the parks, I wanted somebody there securing it already, basically to prevent Ben from deep striking in and cutting me off. So yeah, those units are basically forward advanced party to try and secure the exit, whilst the actual rest of the defence force makes its way out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to roll off to see who goes first, and then if I've screened out the entire board, what's going to happen is we're going to number these buildings in the middle, and we're going to roll a d4, and whichever one it lands on, he can land around those buildings. So roll and see who goes first. This little camera down here is Ben's dice tray. This is obviously my dice tray. Ready? Beat my 3.
I missed.
You missed
I
again.
missed again.
You beat my 3 with a 4.
Oh, yeah.
Necrons are taking turn 1. The Eldar defense force is not ready for this invasion. So Necrons turn 1. Let's go. Strands of Fate is an Eldar ability because we've got people like Farseers, they can see into the future. This is like the idea of us seeing into the future and manipulating events. So I roll this, and then that's my dice pool there, and I can substitute any of these dice and I can manipulate dice rolls with them. I'm just going to throw that there. As a special rule, just to make things a little bit interesting, what we've done is, because this is like a whole planetary invasion, we're saying that there's Necron flyers just strafing the planet. What we're going to do is going to roll 3d6, and so that's 6-sided dice for anyone who's new to the channel, anyone who's new to this kind of thing. We'll roll 3d6. Any 6s will be mortal wounds, which means that this thing drapes across the map and hits one of my units. Sorry. What we'll do is I'll number the units based on the army list. We'll roll a dice and it'll just randomly select one of those units as opposed to picking any. But yeah, so Necrons turn 1 command phase. You want to do that special rule?
Yeah.
Start the game.
3d6 more.
3d6. Any 6s are mortal wounds. No.
Nope.
So as the night scythes of the Necrons are flying around, strafing the city, they do not strafe this particular part of the city at this point. Okay, so the Necrons, managing to find openings in our lines, have deployed here with the unit of 1. This is the big scary guy. Even though he's one guy on his own, he's got an anti-infantry weapon, hasn't he?
Yep.
Whereas these 3 have got anti-tank weapons. He's deployed them over here, looking at my Wraith Guard, very scary. So moving on to, that'll be Necron movement, so you can't move anymore after that, because that's classed as your move. So now it's your shooting phase.
So it's 12 shots.
Ooh. Ooh. 12 shots on the Watchers. Okay, well, I think I am stealth, so it's going to be -1 to hit. Yeah, we're going to just fucking try and tank this shit.
Right. So, it's 3 up, but some reroll on wounds on a 3 up. Hit rolls of 6 are an extra hit, and do I throw stratagem on top just to be nice?
Fucking hell.
That's it, I'm not going to drop stratagem yet.
Cool.
Cool. Oh yeah. So, 4s.
4s
6
to
are an extra hit.
4s to hit.
4s to hit. 6 are an extra hit.
Exploding 6s. Oh fuck. Oh no. So you've got 1 extra. You missed. Okay, so not too bad. Average. So wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s. Oh, so these are. Roll that 1.
That didn't count.
Yeah, it was a 1. Yeah. Oh, there we
we
go. And again. So 6 wounds on a squad of 5.
-1 AP.
-1. Well, I'm already in cover, so like, that -1 gets mitigated by that, and then my actual save is a 5. Ooh, 6, yeah.
6.
Okay. Looking for a lot. I just need to make 2 of these for the unit to survive. Oh, and I do. Okay. Well, all but 1 of that unit is gone. And each one of these ranges is worth 11 points, by the way. So you've just bagged yourself quite a few points there. Right, what are you shooting at next?
Right, I'm going to shoot my Ghost Disruptors into your Wraith Blade.
Cool.
3 shots, hitting on 3 up, I believe.
Yeah. We've classed as moved. Oh, fucking hell. Any exploding 6s?
Lethal hits, so 6 is auto wound.
Oh. Ouch. 2 wounds already. Okay.
Wounding on toughness.
I'm toughness 7.
Strength 14.
So 2s. Fucking hell. Yeah, definitely wounds. That's 3
And then
wounds.
minus 4 APP.
So I think I've got a 6 up save on these. They do have, because they've got the 4 shields, because they got the Ghost Axe and 4 shields, they've got an invuln save of 4 plus. 4s or more, come on. Ooh, I'm going to substitute one of my 4s in just to save
Gotcha.
that guy. So 1 goes down.
6 damage.
6 whole damage!
6 whole damage.
Oh my god, yeah, that's one of the ghosts of Cain gone. Right?
That's me shooting.
Oh my god!
Charge!
You're gonna charge!
Hell yeah.
You're charging this dude! He's the only one left, he's out of charge range.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Shit. Never mind then. These could charge in this way.
Could do. Oh yeah, you could do, yeah. Could do.
Okay, so because I'm playing Annihilation Legion, I can reroll charges. I just get a free reroll
Wow.
charge. So I'm going to try it. If I don't get it, so be it.
Okay.
So I'm looking for 11, right?
Come on.
First roll.
Ooh,
reroll.
reroll it.
No.
No, do you
All
get?
good.
Do you wanna come and reroll it?
Do I? I feel like they're just going to get shot down, shot to death if I don't.
I mean, I was thinking about overwatching anyway, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I should have
yeah.
declared that before. So
Yeah, I will, because I'll get a command point back anyway, so it's fine.
so.
One more time. Just a fucking Hail Mary to get in there.
Oh no! Oh,
10.
just out. Just out.
All good. All good.
Close, close. Okay. I'd say for a turn 1, brother, you've taken out. If we figure out how much damage you've done there.
Mhm.
So in turn 1, I have lost. Probably got about 70-ish points.
Yep.
Already, just in turn 1. Right. Going into Eldar, turn 1. Time to bring the vengeance. Okay, so in my command phase, we're just going to remove these bodies from the field. The fallen, the glorious fallen, who gave their lives protecting the civilians of Beltan. So, because this guy has just watched 4 of his mates just get incinerated or literally disintegrated, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a bit shaken.
Maximized.
He's a little bit shaken. So I've got to roll 2 dice, and I've got to beat his leadership score, which is a 6. So, come on. He loves it.
Christ.
He fucking wants it. Oh, my Farseer can do something. In your command phase, roll 1d6 on a 2+, select a friendly Eldar unit within range of the Psyker. At the start, until the start of the next command phase, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. I'm going to do that to the Ghost of Cain. So 1d6. You know what? Can I substitute one of my fate dice for this? Is this something I can do? No, it's not. It doesn't say on the dice. I feel like that's something I should be able to substitute in, but it doesn't say that in the rules. So 1 dice. I've just got to not get a 1. Oh, thank fuck. So these guys now are -1 to wound. My movement phase. Being Eldar, we're a quick bunch. I'm going to advance my Farseer Conclave. Substitute this fate dice for the advance roll. Because my Farseer is in the unit, she can turn that into a straight 6. So that's going to be a 7 + 6, so a 13-inch move for that squad. Yeah, I'll beelining it for that fucking tree line. Oh, it's a big charge, like. It's a big old charge.
Let's fucking have it.
If I lose my Wraith Guard in the first game, this could be a disastrous campaign. I'm gonna Overwatch the fuck out of me, yeah.
Can you do you Overwatch at the end with the move or at the start?
It's the
Definitely
once
it's the
they've ended their move within certain range of you.
I mean, that's within range, like.
You doing it?
Gotta be. Yep.
Yep.
Right. 6s hit, but sustained hits. So every 6 is an extra hit.
Go for it. Ooh, 2.
Strength 6.
Yep. Toughness 3. So
2's reroll
twos.
ones.
Don't need to reroll.
Roll.
4 wounds. AP.
-1 AP, 1 damage.
Invuln save of 5. I don't think it matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So 5 up. Come on. Ooh, 3 go down. So I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna get rid of that flamer because I just feel like it's a fucking flamer. It's a fucking flamer, man.
Flamer against Necrons.
He's still within range. Okay, that's another 30 points you've just dropped off me there. Okay, now you can't use that stratagem again. This turn, this battle round. It's the one stratagem that you can't use more than once a turn on battle round. So at the end of my movement, this is what the board looks like. I'm basically just rushing for these corners. I've got some units moving to engage the different hostiles on the board. The Watchers have kept still. The Lost Ones kept still, but everybody else basically moved. If they're not charging, they advanced. So I think it was only the Ghosts of Cain and these Storm Guardians that didn't advance. Okay, this Ranger, first of all, he's got 1 shot, and he's gonna have it on your bastard destroyer. So he's hitting on 2s because it's a heavy weapon, but he hasn't moved. So 2s to hit. He hits. I'm gonna substitute in this dice for his wound roll of 6.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just a precision. It's just a precision weapon. There's no bonus to that. So his AP is AP -1.
4 up.
4 up save on the destroyer. Ooh, he fails. It's 2 damage.
Gotcha.
So he sees 4 of his friends get incinerated. He takes a long look at you through his scope, takes 1 shot, and just goes ting straight into
Commonly
your
like
metal.
firing shots in this direction. Just
Yeah, just shoot over.
that's the low reason for why this whole squad isn't gone, because he was taken out before he could finish them off.
Now the question is, do I fire into this with this unit and risk making the charge impossible? I think I do, because I think I make the charge from this side. Yeah, I'm going to fire with these guys into these. So new rule for 10th edition, it is based on models being in range. It's not based on one model being in range and the whole unit gets to shoot. It's for that one Wraithblade that died right at the start. Hitting on 4s. It's a lot of 6s, man. It's a shame they're not exploding. Wounding on, I'm assuming it's going to be like 5s. What's your toughness?
Toughness 6.
Yeah, so strength 4. So wounding on 5s. 3 wounds. Oh, I get to re-roll one of those hits because of the detachment. Doesn't hit. And I get to re-roll one of those wounds as well. Doesn't wound. Okay, that's just a detachment rule. Like, but yeah, so 3 wounds. AP. Any AP? AP -1.
4 ups.
Ooh.
2 go through.
2 go through. It's just 1 damage each. Finally, I'm going to shoot with the Watchers then. 1, 2. Or do you know what? It's not worth it. Not worth it. If I can make that charge, I feel like that'll wipe the unit. So I just feel like taking off those last 2 wounds isn't worth it. So I'm not going to shoot with the Watchers. Walls of Beltan. 20 shots into this dude.
Yep.
Okay, 20 shots hitting on 4s.
What the fuck is that roll? What a wild roll.
I get to re-roll one of them because of the detachment. Okay.
Weird roll.
I know, innit? And then wounding on 5s. Ooh, re-rolling one of them. Nice! Okay, that's actually not too bad. 6 wounds. This could kill the guy off. -1 AP.
4 ups.
Oh, 3 go through. Is he down?
He's down.
Yes, we have avenged the Rangers. They can't shoot at anything else. No more targets to shoot at. I am going to go into my charge phase. Charge phase, the Wraith Guard or the Wraith Blades are going to go into these, and the Storm Guardians are also going to go into these. So it's a 9-inch charge for the Storm Guardians, and it's going to be a 10-inch for the Wraith Blades.
Mhm.
I'm going to start with the Wraith Blades. Because
Are
if
you putting anything in?
Ooh, didn't think about that. Can I do that? Can I substitute
Yeah.
as a charge roll?
I think so. I'd be surprised if you can't.
Yeah, you can, yeah, charge rolls.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be kind of rat, but I didn't like. From
Yeah,
manager.
okay, so one of these dice is going to be a 5.
Yep.
So I just need 5 or 6.
Mhm.
Come on. That's not going to happen. I'm going to
Can't roll
command re-roll it. Do I re-roll the whole thing, or do I just keep that for the next one?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Like in my mind, I want to say it gets voided, but I'm fine with it staying
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
because I want to get. The destroyers want to get into combat. So,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Okay. We'll keep it in then. Re-rolling with command re-roll. I need 5 or 6. Oh! It's not gonna happen, is it? No, not gonna happen. Okay. So the Wraith Blades are not in. Right, so getting in on 9. That's not 9. So they are not in. Ooh, failed me charges. That's not what we want, especially when they're still standing as well. Damn, could be another dead Wraith Blade here. So at the end of Eldar turn 1, sorry, we managed to kill this lone destroyer up here who's managed to wipe out 7 of my miniatures. 7 guys. So I think he's wiped out a total of 74 points. Just that one miniature. So thank fuck we got rid of him. The walls of Beltan doing their job there. And then over here I have failed my charge with the Ghost Warriors and the Stormer Blades. So this unit is free to fire again next turn, and they're going to get the health back as well, aren't they? So not looking good for these units down here, but at least this forest up here is now a free run. So I feel pretty safe with all these other units that are going up there. Should get a major victory really. So moving on to Necron's turn 2.
First things first, Night Scythe. Let's see what the Night Scythe does. 6 Immortals. No Immortals.
Not quite.
Command phase, the metal on the destroyer.
D3 mortal or D3 wounds. He gets
back.
all his wounds back. So the thing about the Necrons is they regenerate points over the game. So this dude who I just spent all those shots trying to take out and then failed to charge has just gained all of his health back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only works on units that are still alive though. So this guy over here that has died does not regenerate.
Yeah, he can't come back because there's nothing to come back with. He's technically teleported off the board.
Yep. So 3 shots going into Wraith Blade. Hitting on a 3-0. Ooh. 1 goes through.
1 hits, yeah.
Wounding on 2s, I think.
I am toughness 7, but I made them fortune, so it's -1 to wound rolls.
Okay.
Remember with my Farseer at the start of last turn.
Yeah, that doesn't wound.
So, they don't wound, no?
No.
So psychic from the Farseer, saving the boys there.
Shooting failed. Charge. Yippee!
You're gonna charge, yeah? You're gonna charge into them?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Risky? Let's have it.
They're destroyers. They don't perceive risk.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, need a 5 to get in. I'm fine.
You got in, yeah?
7.
Yeah. Nice. Right. Combat. Let's fucking have it.
So that's 6 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Hitting
6
on...
attacks, hitting on 3s, let's have it. I'm gonna... Oh, never mind, too late for me to call it. I was gonna say lightning fast reactions, but...
It would have made a difference, I don't think.
No, I don't think it would have actually. 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Phew.
Both wound.
Hell.
Fucking Christ.
No AP.
And 0 AP, 1 damage.
So they are gonna be 4 up save. Come on. 1 takes a hit, and the fates will save that guardian. Now I get to hit you back. Huzzah. So that's going to be, they've all got a melee weapon. So 8 attacks, wounding on 3s, hitting on 5s, no rerolls because I've used them on the power sword. Wounding on 5s. Ooh, 1 wound. Just the 1 actually.
1 wound.
And it's a minus 0 AP, 1 damage.
3 up. Goes 2.
Ooh, 1 damage. We did 1 damage, boys! Yippee!
And that's the phase.
So that's Necron phase over. Going to Eldar, turn 2. So, at the start of Eldar turn 2, we've got this side of the board is now clear, and we're just, the units in that half the board are just rushing for the escape. Over here, we've got these units, and they are currently wrapped up. The Stormer Blades are currently wrapped up with this unit of destroyers, but I think I can cut them down easy, and I think that's everyone.
Now you've ended that fallback move.
Yep.
I'm going to use blood-fueled cruelty, as all the guns are going to light up from these guys.
Oh, fuck.
D3.
Oh!
3 more
wounds.
As basically the guns just immediately fly on.
Yeah, wow, fucking hell, man. Right, I'm gonna drop the combat weapons because I feel like they did nothing.
That's a fun stratagem.
That's a cool stratagem, yeah.
Just good luck getting our combat, bro. Imagine that on Scorpex.
Okay, so at the end of my movement, everybody is just sort of moved towards the nearest exit point that they can, with the Storm Guardians over here falling back from the destroyers. However, they did use a stratagem to shoot at me as I ran away and managed to get the maximum 3 mortal wounds off. So I lost 3 guys from that unit. Just more Eldar lives needlessly lost. Hitting on 3s, because I haven't advanced anybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine if it was just all ones. Imagine.
There's a big string of them.
Yeah.
Now, because of the detachments, I can re-roll 1 hit per unit attack. So I'm going to re-roll 3 of those.
3 of them, yeah. Because you need it.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm hitting on 3s, so I'm going to remove them. I think I'm wounding on 5s. Come on.
On 4's right. Top of 6.
Strength 4, toughness 6, so we're wounding on 5.
Oh. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Done.
It's cool.
All good.
So that's going to be, after 60 shots, 16 hits. I should have used the stratagem to get like exploding 6 or something, but never mind. Minus 1 AP.
4 ups.
So 16 4-ups. Oh, it's a bad roll. That's 11 wounds total. Is that exactly what I needed? That might just be what I needed to bust.
I think it's 1 over. Yeah.
Oh!
That's the squad gone.
Just a storm of shuriken.
Yeah.
Just a storm of monomolecular diamond shards, just shredding them to pieces. Okay, and with that, all threats have left the board, and we can assume.
Well, I'd say.
Oh yeah, we could roll that for the next few turns. So we'll play out those turns.
Yeah.
BRB.
Holy shit!
He's taking
just
2
fucking
straight
random
wounds
round. Ding, ding!
as he leads the squad off the
just
field.
ricocheting, man.
So after running very quickly, we just ran turns 3, 4, and 5. The last units to get off were the defenders of Beltan and the Ghosts of Cain in turn 5. That's why I have to go all the way up to turn 5. The Ghosts of Cain taking 2 strafing runs and only taking 1 wound each time, which means one of them managed to actually, the lead guy managed to actually survive with 1 wound left.
So fucking sick. That's a
Yeah,
sick
the idea of him just leading the way, all his guys behind him, just ping, 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 just fucking Gauss and like.
Oh, it's fucking Gauss
just,
beams just reflecting off his armor, man.
Just like, well, it's either that or it's like shrapnel just bouncing off of him. But yeah, he just marched on through, and I am gonna get all of my units off the board, so that's gonna be a major victory for me. I only need to get 6 off anyway, but to get them all off is a major victory. But I did lose some significant models here. So, each of these Guardians, pretty sure, let me just double check again. Okay, so this
So
is
total.
worth 34 each, so we've got 60, 44 and 34, so how much is that total?
138 total.
138. So 185 plus 138.
323.
So next game,
The big
after
jump.
killing this, Ben has gone from bringing in 185 to 328. So he's going to have almost double the amount of guys, and obviously I've lost guys. I'm not even going to restore the wound on the guy who's only got 1 wound. We'll leave him
Actually?
injured. Yeah, we'll leave him injured.
Oh, fair. I didn't know that, like, I shouldn't be healed up between battles. but-
No, he's not going to get the chances. We're on the
Sound.
run now.
Oh shit.
So we've
Let's
escaped.
go.
We've escaped the city. At the end of this game, I'm not going to be able to call for reinforcements yet. We're going to do that in the next game. We'll figure out narratively what happens next, based on the story. But major victory, and that is going to be, because it's a major victory, I'm going to get plus 10 to my reinforcements call when I do call it in. So there's a 10% increased chance that I will get reinforcements earlier than I should, basically. With that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I know this is something a little bit different. But yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. This is obviously tabletop. I'm going to be playing Space Marine, the video game, when it comes out in September. I can't fucking wait. But this is just a little game for me and Ben, really. It's just for our fun, and we just thought we'd take a little video of it and report it and see what you guys think of it. I don't really care if you don't like it. I'm going to make more anyway. So
Hell yeah.
catch you in the next one. See you later.
Later.